Hey guys, Sophia here with turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com, and I'm back with another video. Today we're talking about the 2022 IFBB Pro League Atlantic Coast Pro Bikini and Pro Women's Physique results. And this is extremely exciting because it's the last weekend to qualify for Olympia. Oh my gosh. Now, there are actually two other shows that happened this weekend. I will be recapping those right away, so make sure you subscribe. Now, in terms of Olympia, this is considered tier 4. So the winner qualifies, second through fifth receive points, and then at the end of the qualification period, which is now, the top 3 in the point standings get to go to Olympia. So starting with Pro Bikini, in first place, Romina, second, Ashlyn, third, Jessica, fourth, Jennifer, and fifth, Ashley. Here's Ashley in fifth place, and I think she looks absolutely tremendous. First thing I noticed was her delts. She's got the most beautiful round shape. She's got perfect conditioning to show off a little bit of that detail and gorgeous arm muscles to match. Oh my gosh, I just think she's got the most beautiful curves. And then the next thing I noticed were her hamstrings. Like, this lady has got some crazy beautiful lines, gorgeous curves in her legs, a great glute, beautiful oblique, and then man, what an upper body. I think her conditioning is fantastic. You've got the line coming down her leg, you've got detail in this back quad. She looks super muscular, really lean, and I just think she looks sensational. Absolutely gorgeous. Love the color of the suit, of course. It's this beautiful teal turquoisey. Looks great with her hair. She's posing beautifully. I'm just so impressed. But man, those delts, it just takes me to another level. I think she looks beautiful. Okay, next is Jennifer in fourth place. Wow, a lot of size in Jennifer's lower body. I really noticed those quads. She's got a lot of mass in her hamstrings, a very large, beautifully developed glutes. She also has really nice delts. I don't quite notice the same degree of conditioning in her upper body like we saw on our fifth place winner, but I do notice how beautifully outlined her quads are. You get a great amount of detail in this back leg. Her abs look gorgeous. So I think she's another athlete with a lot of muscle. She's extremely tall. And I'm drawn to her lower body. It really catches my eye. That purple suit is absolutely gorgeous. It looks beautiful, and you can see she's got some eyeshadow that kind of coordinates. She looks stunning, really nice. I wouldn't mind if I could see a little bit more of that, the lines just a bit more to outline the delt, but I don't think that's always necessarily needed in bikini. In fact, when we look at the top 3, I think they have a slightly different look in terms of conditioning. So we'll get there in a minute, but overall, super impressed by Jennifer. I think she looks gorgeous. Okay, next is Jessica in third place. We've seen her quite a few times in this qualification period in the top 5. Absolutely beautiful. Now, Jessica, 2 things stand out to me. Number 1, she doesn't look as muscular as the other ladies. I don't notice her, her delts are beautiful. She's got a great shape, but I don't notice that kind of buff look that I noticed with the other 2. To me, Jessica has a lot more of just a beautiful softness, feminine curves, just really overall a gorgeous package. However, I do notice that Jessica has put on some size for sure. Like this back leg, wow, her quad looks fantastic. Compare the size and just that level of curve here with the hurricane back here. Unreal. That's a lot of progress. She's put on some beautiful size in her legs, and the conditioning looks lovely. You've got nice detail in the quads. Her abs always look just fantastic, and she just looks beautiful. Lots of volume in her gorgeous dark hair. The red suit is absolutely stunning on her. I think she looks really good. She has a very upright way of posing. I wouldn't mind if she could somehow create a little bit more of an hourglass shape. I notice it more in the lineup compared to the other girls, so you can let me know in the comments if you agree with me. But still, I think she looks really good. Her shoulders are beautifully level, great smile. She looks gorgeous. Okay, next is Ashlyn in second place. Wow, she looks fantastic. Her smile is so big. You really notice her beautiful face. I love the side bang. It just draws your eye to that gorgeous smile. I think her glute looks absolutely fantastic. A lot of size, beautiful curves with her hamstrings. A little bit less conditioning than we saw in some of the other girls. Like she still has that beautiful line, but maybe not quite as much of an outline of her quad, which is perhaps a good thing, right? You don't need to be super detailed for bikini. You just still have to have that softness, which I think is important. So Ashlyn has gorgeous shapes. Her delts look amazing, beautiful curves, but she's not overly hard and lines all over. So I think she really nailed it. Beautiful legs. I really noticed this hamstring in the back leg. I just think she looks really fantastic. And that blue suit is so good on her. Okay, now in first place is Romina. Holy smokes. Wow, her delts are unreal. So much size. She seems really wide on top, like a substantial amount of curve to the side of her delts. It just, your eye just goes and goes and goes across her upper body. And she's posing really well, so you really see this back arm. At the Arnold, I think the shape of the delt was more hidden because she was a little bit more curved. But here, not only do I think she's put on some beautiful size in the delts themselves, I think she's posing in a way that really allows you to see them. So it's fantastic. Her conditioning is really good. She looks extremely lean in her stomach, beautiful detail in her legs. She's just absolutely gorgeous. But most of all, to me, it's that hourglass shape she has by being so broad on top. And do I ever notice it in the back pose? Man, I don't know why she holds her hands so low on her hip. Typically, the girls hold them at least at the level of their belly button, but I think it still is doing a beautiful job of showing off the shoulders. So I don't think I would change it. I think it looks really good with her. All right, so here's everybody side by side. Oh man, the delts on Ashley and Romina, and actually Jennifer as well, really stand out in terms of that size, the roundness, the shape, really beautiful. Ashlyn and Jessica don't quite have the same, fullness and roundness, the size, and yet they have beautiful shapes. And I think, Jessica looks extremely balanced and proportionate. Maybe you'll see what I mean about Jessica has a little bit more of an upright position, just the way that she's posing doesn't quite show off the hourglass as well as, say, Ashlyn. I really notice that triangular shape, the way that she's bending her back. You've got a little bit of a 45-degree angle where her belly button is, whereas Jessica's a little bit more upright. Anyway, it's just, there's no rules, right? She still looks really beautiful. Everybody looks sensational. I think you really notice the conditioning on Jennifer, this line coming down her quad. You notice it also on Ashley, but I think the three in the top three kind of had it just right, where it's not too hard, but enough that you see the lines without it being over the top. Okay, so here's from behind, and you know what? It's Romina that stands out because of the hourglass shape. Her delts are so wide and her waist is so narrow that her upper body really creates that tapered look. Beautiful round glutes. I think Jessica has some beautiful glutes as well. And in terms of the conditioning, I don't notice on the top three the detail in the hamstrings as much as I do on Ashley and Jennifer. So I think these two girls, while they had beautiful shape, beautiful amount of muscle, maybe just a tad bit too hard in comparison. I think the top three had just a little bit more softness while still showing off the muscle. But again, I think it was really Romina who captured that beautiful hourglass shape. So in terms of Olympia, Romina is qualified. Ashlyn was already qualified. Jessica is way up at 16. Jennifer has 2, and Ashley has 1. Now, Pro Women's Physique. In first place, Whitney. Second, Robin. Third, Alex. Fourth, Jody. And fifth, Haley. So beginning with Haley in fifth place, first of all, I absolutely love her suit. That is so unique. It looks amazing on her. It's different. It's creative. It's so cool. I love it. Second of all, I think she's got beautiful long hair, great makeup. Her posing looks really nice, showing off the sweep of her quads beautifully. She's got nice conditioning to show off a lot of detail in the legs. I do wish that there was a bit more of a six-pack coming through on her stomach. And I feel like in comparison to the other ladies, Haley could have a little bit more size in her legs at the top part. I think she's got a beautiful sweep down closer to the kneecap, but I think she could have more size and mass up in this part, closer to the hips. But overall, beautiful shape. I think she just looks fantastic. Okay, Jody in fourth. This is exactly what I mean about a little bit more size in the top part of the leg. I really notice just she's got mass right from her hip all the way to her kneecap. So the sweep is really full and starts really high. I think she's got beautiful ab definition, gorgeous lats. In fact, I find Jody to be really quite nicely proportionate. I think her upper body looks really good in comparison to her lower body. She's got a really great X shape. The posing is nice. The conditioning is good. I wouldn't mind if the legs had a little bit more crispness in those lines so you could really see the detail coming up, but I don't think it's bad. Like, I think it's pretty darn good. She looks really quite lovely, and it was a really nice fourth. And I love the curly hair. I think that's so good. Okay, next is Alex in third place. Now, talk about conditioning. Holy smokes. Her quads are so detailed. You've got feathering. They look extremely full, like she had the most insane pump up backstage. Just bulging, great shape, beautiful size in her lats. I think the pose, I preferred at the Savannah when the leg was a little bit more like outwards to the side. It could be the angle of the photographer and she was positioning herself how she wanted to be for where the judges are. But I certainly think you can see that X shape a little better when the leg is more outwards rather than more frontwards. So I'm not crazy about the pose, but I do love how beautiful it shows off her abs. She's really stretched up in this lat, and the suit is gorgeous. Beautiful colors, very eye-catching with those lighter details on the blue. I think it's stunning. Okay, Robin in second place. She also got first place in the Masters divisions as well, in the 40 plus, 50 plus, and 55 plus. It's so impressive. And she's gotten some very high top 5 positions at a few other shows in the Masters divisions. And this is the first time we're seeing her in Open, which is very exciting. She's got a lot of size in her legs. Absolutely spectacular. I love how much of a sweep she has to the inside part of her thighs. Just so much muscle. Absolutely gorgeous. Super large legs. Beautiful conditioning. You have detail by the knees. You have detail coming all the way up to her strap of her suit, great six-pack, and beautiful detail in her arms too. So I think her conditioning is great, her size is lovely, but I do think she could have more upper body. Like, I'm really noticing the legs, and I feel like she could have a little bit more size in those lats just to match a little bit better. But my goodness, second place. Clearly she's got a beautiful X frame. She looks amazing. It's a gorgeous suit. Her posing is fantastic. So just a really great second place. Okay, now in first place is Whitney. Now there is a full upper body. Her lats are amazing. Combined with this really small waist, my gosh, what a V-taper. She has absolutely beautiful curves in her arms. Her biceps look fantastic. Just gorgeous. I really like her upper body. And then she has beautiful legs. Not necessarily the largest on stage, which you'll notice in the lineup photo, but my goodness, what a beautiful shape. This sweep is so clean, such a beautiful curve, and a nice balance with her upper body. I wouldn't mind, honestly, if there's a little bit more size in like this inside part of the leg, but man, I think she looks just gorgeous. Beautiful lines outlining those quad muscles, and the X is so easy to see. I think she looks stunning. The red suit is beautiful. Her hair is so glamorous. The red makeup, the red lipstick, her makeup, everything. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so here's the side by side. I really noticed Robin's legs. A lot of size, beautiful conditioning. I noticed the detail in Alex's legs. I noticed the size in Jody's legs. But when it comes to the upper bodies, I really see Whitney. Her lats are amazing. She's got beautiful development in her arms that really matches well with the lats, and a gorgeous small waist. I also noticed the waist and the glute on Haley. Beautiful posing. I think everybody looks amazing, but Whitney to me stands out. Her posing really shows off that X and the balance of her upper and lower. Now from behind, here's where Whitney really stands out. If you didn't think she stood out before, she really stands out now. First of all, her tiny waist and the V-taper look amazing. The muscles in her back are so full, particularly here in the middle. Oh, just beautiful. Next, her glutes are unreal. She's got such a beautiful amount of fullness and roundness to the top of her glutes, like nobody else really. And she's got amazing definition in the back of her legs, a beautiful sweep, but it's those glutes, like they look really so round, and what a great shape. A lot of the other ladies have a bit more of a squareness, a lot of conditioning for Robin here. Alex has a little bit more of this triangular shape showing off. Haley, I think, could have had a bit more just of the conditioning to really show off the outline a bit more of her glutes. Jody as well, she's got a beautiful roundness, but maybe just a little bit more of that just the outline could have been just a little bit more easy to see. But I think Whitney stands out just because of the shape. My gosh, gorgeous legs on Alex, particularly the inner thigh. Absolutely beautiful sweep on Robin. Jody, like I said before, has such great size. But man, Whitney really stands out for that V-taper and those beautiful glutes and amazing conditioning in the back of her legs. So, okay, in terms of Olympia, Whitney's qualified, Robin has 4, Alex has 13, Jody has 2, and Haley has 1. So, there are more shows coming up next weekend to begin the qualification period for next year's Olympia. No breaks, guys. We go right into it. And then, of course, the Olympia is coming up right away. And you know I'm going to come back at you with some prediction videos. So make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss any of that. Give me a like if you like this video. Comment below with your thoughts on these amazing top 5s. And come find me. I'm at turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com. And, of course, on Instagram at turquoisetoffee.